Anthony Daniels, for being here at New Heights Podcast. As you know, this is our first recording, and I am super nervous, but I am so appreciative that you are here. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Listen, thank you for having me. When you reached out, it was a beautiful experience. Not a beautiful experience, but it was kind of sort of surprising given the fact that you know so many people, and out of so many people that you know that you've connected with, you actually chose me. So I'm very excited for that. So thank you. A little bit about myself. Grew up in a household of five. Grew up in a very loving family. Love sports. I'm a very humble, outgoing, charismatic type of person who really will take his shirt off for somebody else that needs it. And just love to see people grow and see people motivate and just see them reach to their higher potential. Just something that has been instilled with me to be someone who's positive and motivating. So that's mostly just who I am as a person. Someone who's raw and who's real and who's just very, very genuine.
I love it. We need more people like you, by the way.
No, for sure, for sure. I think that will make the world a better place, given the fact and the times that we're living in. We need people like that,
right?
Of course.
So, what inspired, Family Made? What inspired the vision about your brand?
The vision actually came about one of my business partner actually, which he actually came out with some very, very dope hoodies at the time, which were, if you know, the Warner Brothers logo. He came out with that same kind of logo, but with the F and the M. And once he came out with it, he kind of brought it to my attention, and he kind of made me a part of it. And after a certain amount of time, they started making hoodies and pushing it, and it came to a part where it kind of stopped. And that's when I came into the pitch, and I was like, okay, how can I add my vision, my project into this? And honestly, it literally started with just, 2 hats from my end, and it really grew from there. The potential that I had, the growth that I've seen, the love and the passion that I had really went from there. If you read the bio, which is a brand and movement strongly rooted and founded on the values and morals of honesty, hard work, and loyalty, but most importantly, family, I think that speaks behind a lot what Family Made really is. It's just the people that you surround yourself around with that motivate you, that push you, and that want to see you succeed in life. So yeah, it's a very powerful, it's very simple, very subtle, Family Made, but the message behind this was most important for a lot of people.
That's a very powerful vision. I love it. And how did you decide on that name, like the identity of it?
The identity really was just wanting to create something that was meaningful for myself and for my partner, my business partner. And honestly, we just wanted to come up with something that meant something for us, but that we can push out to other people that have that same vision and that have that same drive. And the name really just came out from his end. And I kind of sort of adopted the name and kind of went through with it. And it's just wanting to have a purpose. I think that we're all in this world not for any reason, but we're here for a purpose. And finding that purpose is what's really going to guide you and motivate you and find who you truly are within yourself. And we just took advantage of that and went through with it.
Nice. And how did you maintain the authenticity of while you're growing? Like, how did you because there's so many trends happening. How did you stick to your authenticity of your brand?
I think just being my true, genuine self. I think, when you sell yourself as an individual, as someone who wants to see a difference in this world or within your peers around or what you do in your life, I really, took time and said, okay, why am I doing this? Like, what's the purpose behind this? There's people that, want to do it because it's money coming in. There's people that do it because they don't know what else to do. On my end, it's like, okay, I'm doing this because I'm ambitious. I'm doing this because I know that I was here to do something powerful and something important that can guide other people. And that was just part of it. Like, I knew that there was something in me that I needed to showcase. And I just took advantage of it. Having someone that, self-motivation is part of it. Having that self-drive really pushed me to be authentic and say, you know what, this is something that I really want to do. You personally have to believe in yourself first. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, how are you going to push something to others and make them believe or see the same vision that you see? So that, being authentic and just being your true, genuine self and knowing that you have something that's powerful and how can I showcase this?
Nice. And your brand, has it changed or evolved since you started? I know I have seen you evolve in a lot of different ways, and I love that for you.
I mean, it definitely has evolved. Again, compared to when we started in 2017 and those family-made Warner Brothers logo type of hoodies, to where it's at now. Obviously, there was a little bit of gap in between that, and I took advantage of those moments of that gap. And it's important that when you have those gaps, that's when your mind starts running the most. That's when your vision, that's a stop. It's not for you to dwell. It's not for you to say I can't do this. It's for you to find, okay, what is my next vision. So during that gap, I found new products. I found new people that I can connect with, and that I can find resources and how to find better quality hoodies and better looking hats. And I'm very more on the type of material, right? I need to make sure that when you wash it, it's gonna come back and be good. I need to make sure that when you buy it, it's good quality. So I think just being just positive and just moving forward with whatever is it that you believe in.
Right. And then obviously, like even with the changes in not only in quality, but you also have been creative in marketing yourself very well. You're
Thank you.
stepping outside your shell.
Right, which is way out of my comfort zone, to be honest. But I mean, when you have a vision and when you have a passion for something, you you have to go for it. I mean, there's going to be stepping stones, but when you really believe in yourself and you see the vision behind that, that's only going to bring you higher. Like seeing like where I came from, again, it started with two hats, and I literally, so when Facebook Markets first started, right, I was just scrolling through Facebook and I saw these two empty hats, and I'm like, man, like that family made would look really really dope on that. So what I did is I'm not sure if I'm getting too ahead, but I ordered the two hats, and then I went to Lids, and I said, and the guy brought like a book with all these fonts. So Family Made is just a font. It's not like something that I created. It's something that I was looking for, something that was pristine, something that was clean, something that was gonna look fine. In Spanish, algo fino. You know what I mean? And when I saw that one, I said, nah, that's the one. That's the one. And literally, like, off of two hats, like, all I did was just posted the two hats, and then I had a palette of colors of hats. And what I did is I posted it on Facebook. And I numbered each one and just posted on Facebook and was like, all right, y'all, which color you want? Pick a number, and I'll do the order. And I did that about 2 or 3 times. And in 2 weeks, they were all gone every time. And then from there, someone just kept telling me, man, you need to buy in bulk. You need to buy in bulk. And that at that point was me doubting myself. But what if it doesn't sell? What if it doesn't push? What if it doesn't get to where I want it to get?
So I'm sure that's like some of the challenges you faced along the way.
Yeah. Challenges which made me be more creative and push me, because that's the only way we're gonna grow. If you're not being challenged, you're not gonna grow.
Right.
So after those two hats, I kept pushing it, and 24 hats turned into 40 hats, 40 hats turned into 60 hats, 60 hats turned into 80 hats, and it was just a beautiful experience for me to see that grow. And I remember just being excited. I was just mostly excited about people. It wasn't even about the money. It was the fact that people were supporting, and that was what kept driving me. That's what kept pushing me. That people actually really liked it, and they were very supportive of it.
That's amazing. Support is very important, especially now, today's world. What advice would you give someone who's struggling to define their brand?
What advice would I give someone that's trying to define their brand? That's a very good question. Don't beat yourself up too much. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. If you want something, you have to take the time. That's one. Take the time and separate yourself. I think you need to separate yourself from friends, from people, from everyone, because in this moment you have a vision, and when you have a vision, you need to separate yourself and really work on your craft. So if someone is out there that really wants to be creative and really wants to push it, I mean, my recommendation is really take your time away, study your craft, study other people, right? Because I'm doing something that a lot of people are doing. So a lot of people that probably have the same hoodie with a different logo on it, and you need to find your way how to be creative with that part, and just taking the time.
Absolutely. And it's like you said, there's a lot of people doing the same thing as you.
Right. And it's like, okay, what's the difference from yours? Like, right. Like, what's different from mine than the next person that's doing it? And the key part is what is the message? Like what are you trying to bring out? again, are you doing this because it's going to bring you money, which is cool? Are you doing it because it's trending, which of course it is? But are you doing it because you're passionate, because you have an ambition, because you have a goal, you have a drive that you see yourself doing? That part is the most important part, because that part is going to bring the money. It's going to bring the trending. It's going to bring you the success. And a lot of people really overwork themselves and don't take the time to say, okay, let me sit back and visualize how I want this to work.
And then think long term, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
Because the money is going to come.
Right. It's going to come. It's inevitable. It's going to come. But
Right.
again, that's going to come, and it's all depending on you, and how are you going to, how much work are you going to put into it? That's how you're going to reap the benefits of it.
Love it. And what would you give, what advice would you give someone who's stuck in their entrepreneurial journey?
I mean, my only advice is to don't think that just because you're stuck, it's over.
Right.
Like, it's expected for you to find it. It's expected for you to hit that bump. And
you're supposed to struggle.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
just
You're
say
supposed.
that.
Yeah. Right. You're supposed to struggle.
You learn. Fail, you learn.
Right. I mean, once you're stuck, again, like I said before, that's the time out for you to, okay, what's the vision and how do I want this to go or grow? And my only advice is just to stay positive, and create new ideas within yourself, and just surround yourself with people that have that same vision. I mean, I have close friends that haven't even bought a hat or a hoodie to this day. And it's
my
like,
God,
what's
yes.
going on?
It's always the strangers that will support you, and that's okay.
Right.
And sometimes later on, they'll come after
Right.
and support.
Right.
Some people are like that, especially, and it's sad to say, but it comes from your closest people that don't show you the support.
Right. And
But God will put strangers in your path.
yes,
And
he'll put the right people along your side that's going to
Absolutely.
say, no, this is who you need. Which in my case, I found a very amazing person, a guy that I've only known for 1 year, and literally, like, I've been doing this for quite some time, and out of all my people, or all the people that I'm surrounded around, he's the only one that has really called me out on anything. He's like, dude, you're not eating. Dude, you're not doing nothing. You're not doing anything. What are you doing?
need people like that.
And it's like, bro. And then he asked me, yo, why are you so nice to me? Why are you so cool to me? I'm like, bro, because you care, because you see my vision. You see my vision. You see how hungry I am for him. And people like you, I need to keep around, because if I keep people around that are just going to accept what I do, no. Like, I need someone that's going to, bro, like, you're not doing nothing. It's whack. It's not motivating. You're not doing nothing. That people, I'm going to keep you around, because you see the vision, you see where it's going, and you see the ambition that I have within me.
he sees
Yeah,
your potential.
he sees what I
definitely.
see.
He knows what you can do.
Exactly. And people like that, you want to keep around.
Absolutely.
Not only because they're like that, because some people will be like, oh, but you need that because well, no, because he sees it. You don't see it. You know me for so long that you don't talk to me like he talks to me. He tells me straight up, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it the way they should be doing it. All right, back to the drawing board. How can I make this work? What changes do I need to make to push this forward? And that's just how it is. It's just finding the right circle, the right support team that's going to see the vision like you see it.
Love it. And now that we're like on this topic, where do you see yourself now growing? Because I see changes. I see that you have some letterings now on your hoodie.
Right, yes.
And you're like doing some marketing videos on Instagram.
Yes.
So where do you see yourself going? Like, do you see expanding more gear, more?
Yes. I mean, I'm definitely right now, I'm just sticking with what I have now. And, fall is my favorite. Like, when fall comes around.
I
like,
know
okay,
that brown hoodie is looking nice.
It is dope. But fall is my favorite. I love fall because I just love the colors. Fall is just, the brown, the greens, the yellow, the orange. But moving forward is like, okay, bringing out back the dad hats, which that was what started it. That was the beginning, and that was what gave me the purpose. And it's going back to the dad hats, going back to the shorts, going back to the
back to the basics.
Yeah, going back to the basics and saying, hey, listen, like, it's not just hoodies, it's not just this and that. Like, I have more stuff that I can, and the fundamental part about it is that I have so many pictures from the past that I don't have to wait to get hats to
I'm
post.
sure they're like, when you bringing this back, when you bringing that back.
I tell you, Beverly, like, even before I started doing this again, like, getting back into it, people will reach out to me like, man, you have any hats? And I'm like, bro, it's been like 2 years. I haven't posted anything. What do you mean asking me for hats? I'm not at the moment, not right now. And
sometimes you need to take that break also.
Right, yeah.
And life be life, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's part of it.
And you come back even better.
Exactly. I came
You
back
know,
even better,
with a
even
clear
stronger.
vision.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. So yeah, I mean, I have a lot. I mean, I have a lot of things, a lot of ideas. Like I definitely want to do a urban fashion show,
Oh my
something in which I can
God, that
get the
would be
community
amazing.
right, all people from my town that have
Yes.
urban clothing, and just getting them,
Collab with people that are doing what
right,
you're doing. Because
exactly.
honestly, like, even in my field of work, you don't see too many collaborations, and I don't understand why not.
I
But we
mean,
need more of that. The community needs
yes.
more of that
I mean,
support.
yes, they really do, and it's just a lot of. I mean, I'm not a competitive person. I'm really not. I'm more of like, I see you doing it. Okay, how can I do it? How can I match your energy? And a lot of people have that competitive energy, and it's like, man, I'm trying to eat, but you can eat too. Like I want
Exactly.
your like when I see like looking at you, your success. Some men will look at your success and they'll feel threatened by it. I feel inspired by it. I feel okay. I see a woman doing this. How can I do it? How she's doing it? And you have to have that mindset to see others succeed and say, you know what, I can do it too. And it's a support system. Having a good support system is really gonna guide you to that next level. But as far as me, that's my goal is having an urban fashion show, having my community be a part of it and push it out there so they can expand not only in Connecticut, down west, down south, everywhere. And that's just finding the right people. But yeah, a urban fashion show is something that
Oh my God, yes.
really have been
Soon,
thinking
please.
about. Yeah. No, for sure,
Make
for
sure
sure.
you gotta put a date.
You're
I'm
right,
gonna be
you're
on
right.
you. I'm
Thank
gonna be
you.
one of those people for you. I'm
Thank
gonna be on you.
Thank you. Okay, well that's all I need. You see, support. That's
Yes.
all it is. So
Yes.
definitely I appreciate that for sure.
All right. So I'm so excited for your next endeavors. And yeah, and I'm glad that I can actually be a witness to certain things
Yes.
that you have posted and have done throughout the way. We've known each other since kids.
Very young. For those who don't know, we've known each other for a long time, very
Yes,
long time.
we have.
And even though there was a gap, obviously, because life happens and we do our own thing, but that connection, you can tell the friendship is there. It's not weird. It's nothing. It's just, yo, how you been?
Right.
And
It's like
we just-
we've always kept in contact, even when
Right.
we didn't.
Right,
You
even
know?
when we didn't. Even when we didn't, we
Yes.
still kept in contact.
Yeah.
But honestly, Barry, like definitely, like I have to definitely give you your flowers for what you've done. Obviously, like
Thank you.
seeing, like I don't know what job you had before you became a realtor, but seeing you from whatever job you had to become a realtor to now being a broker to now having your own podcast, like I think the success that you have and how you portray yourself out there, it doesn't look like you're doing it to show off or you're doing it because you're better than anybody else. I see it as if this woman has goals, she has ambition. So know that you're seen. We see it. I
Thank
see
you.
it.
Appreciate
and
it.
just keep that away that what you're doing, it is motivating and it is very, very inspiring to a lot of women, very empowering, and to certain men like myself who really have that vision and have that kind of charisma. So know that it's being seen what you're doing and that it does not go unnoticed, not one bit, at least from my end and from those people around you.
Thank you,
It's
and
really there.
likewise. I
No,
love
thank
watching,
you.
and I love watching you grow. Even when I seen your brand from the beginning, I was like, wow. And I'm a big family person too, so that
Right.
really hit here. So I'm just excited for you, and I can't wait to see more.
Thank you. It's gonna be a lot more to come. So stay tuned. It's a lot of good stuff.
Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it, and thank you for being my first recording.
No,
You really
listen.
made this like an amazing first recording for my podcast.
No, listen,
And I can't
like
thank you enough.
no, listen. You're welcome. Hopefully it won't be the last. I'm pretty sure it won't be
It
the
will
last.
not be the last because I'm gonna be there at your fashion show
yes,
too.
yes. You're gonna be there. You might be a part of it, modeling
Right,
something.
I
You're
don't
gonna be
mind.
wearing something.
I'm
yeah.
old, but I still get it in.
No. Listen, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing, and it's gonna be fun. But I mean, listen, I appreciate you reaching out, and when you did, it was very like me. Like, girl, you know,
Yes,
you know so many people.
Yes,
like, you know so
no.
many like around you. Like,
You'll be surprised who's inspired behind the scenes. Trust
that's true.
me.
That's true.
You would be surprised.
That's
Give
true.
yourself some credit. Yes.
That's right. I appreciate you. And thank you so much again for having me. And I wish you nothing but more success and growth within, your next. Do you have a book?
Not
That's
yet.
next. Listen.
Not yet.
Not keyword.
I didn't
not,
say no, but I said not yet.
Keyword, not yet. And for those listening, that's what's coming up next. I see, again, like I see the success. I see, there's levels to this thing, right?
There is.
And one, two, this is the third one. The book is next. People stay tuned. And I know that book, whenever it comes out, I'm speaking it into life and speaking
he's
into
speaking
existence.
existence,
Yeah,
and I'm
you
like,
have
ah.
no, but you have to. Like I see the success, and I'm like, this girl at one point she's gonna write a book, and it's gonna be inspiring to women, and it's gonna be just motivating, and they're gonna be like, you know what, girl, can you sign my book? Can I take a
He's
picture?
so
and it's gonna be a dope. It's gonna be amazing. But I see the success, and I see where you're heading, and that's something to be proud of. I'm sure that 15, 16-year-old Beverly is looking at you and is screaming inside like, girl, you did it. This is what I've been wanting to do.
She really is.
And
that inner child in us.
Yes.
In us.
Right, yes. And it's just, it's exciting to see that. It's very exciting to see that.
Thank you.
Of course.
So till next time.
Yes, till next time for sure. We'll be
All right.
back.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Beverly.